Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is Eric, and I thought today we'd go over some of the myths when it comes to oils, what to use, when to use it, and what the manufacturer asks for. So stay tuned.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric. Today I thought we'd talk about chainsaw safety.
All right, so there's a big debate out there with synthetics, that you shouldn't be using them in new engines, that the break-ins should be conventional standard oil, and then after you have so many hours on it, then you can go to synthetic. Here's the deal. Almost all equipment now is coming with synthetic already in it. And there's not that much of a difference other than price when it comes to the oil itself. It's all on maintenance. If you want your machine to last, you're going to do the oil changes when it needs, changing filters, what have you. And that's the way to keep that engine running great for long periods of time. So I did do a research on the conventional oils and stuff, and it says a Kohler is one that they recommend on rebuilt engines and on new engines to do like 50 hours for break-in and then swap it out for synthetic. But what I find is the synthetic, it's there to make your machine run and last longer. It's a better lubricant, it flows easier, and it lubricates all the parts. It's not just strictly one or the other. We went ahead last year, because we get our oil normally by the 55-gallon drums. And it was one of those deals do I buy 100 or 55-gallon drum of conventional and then 55 gallons of synthetic, or do I go with just standard oil? And when it came right down to it, I mean, if you're looking at cost, you probably would have gone with the standard oil, but for a few cents more a gallon, synthetic is, in my opinion, is the way to go. And you look at today's vehicle, like my 2021 Ford. I mean, that came with synthetic from the factory, and they recommend that you go, 4 or 5,000 miles instead of every 3. I like 3. I'm comfortable with 3. Can I get away with it for more than that? Yeah. But the ones that I see have good equipment 10, 15 years down the road are the ones that take care of their stuff. And they do regular maintenance on it, oil changes and stuff. If you want to use standard oil for the break-in period, that's fine. But if you go buy a brand new John Deere from a John Deere dealership, I guarantee you there's synthetic oil in that engine for that break-in. And if you buy a Cub Cadet with a Kohler engine in it, I guarantee you that's got synthetic in it when it comes from the factory. Or it's got a bottle of synthetic that you add after you buy it, because some have to be shipped dry. So, do you need it for the break-in? No. There's not that much of a benefit. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine if you feel more comfortable. But in the end, longevity is going to be how well you take care of it. And that means even when it gets dirty around the fins and everything, because it's air cooled, right? Is pressure washing it every so often, making sure that the mud wasps aren't building nests and stuff where it's not getting good flow off the fan. Just regular maintenance on it. That's the real deal, and not a myth. All right, so on that note, you guys have a great day. And if you want to do what I do, I buy all synthetic, so I know that everything goes out the door has got synthetic in it, because my vehicles take it. Even my Ford Dually, it's a diesel. I use synthetic oil. It's a 2008. So, and that probably recommends standard. But we run a heavier duty. I buy that separate, but it's a synthetic. It's a heavier viscosity. So on that note, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully if you have any questions, put them in the comments.